Yo, back again. I kind of want to call this like a road to top 200, maybe. Maybe that's where we're going. I'm not sure. I think we're about 1800 right now. Probably a little higher than last video just because I sometimes get bored and play. Oh, no, just under 1800. Okay. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I just finished watching a Valorant match. I don't know if anyone watches Valorant, but it was pretty good energy versus MIBR. Cool to see MIBR take that. Hopefully I didn't spoil that. I'm sure I didn't. I go right out to the Swallow. It should be a decent switch in. Yeah, they have Earthquake, but I have Ice Beam. So I have Sludge Bomb, obviously. Which I think I'm more okay with going for the Sludge Bomb, actually. Oh, okay. That was just a good switch in no matter what. So Momo's a great switch unless there's Sword Dance, in which case it's really bad. I wouldn't call it bad, but it's not good. I still have to go, yeah. What? Oh, right. I read that as Sword Stance. I'm so sorry. So, kind of dug myself into a hole here. Okay, it was a Aura Sphere. So Miss Magic should be pretty good to finish this off. They should always be Terrified, I think. So Shadow Ball should be good here. Knock that out, perfect. I really should not have given up Momo. I should have flipped her now into the Miss Magis, but I really did read that as Sword Stance. I told myself before I started recording this that I would be, that I wanted to be locked in. That was like my main goal. I have already failed to do that, so how exciting. How exciting. Hate that for me. I do hate that for me. This isn't doing too much to me, but I'm not doing too much back. Swallow is still an okay switch in. They're likely not going for an Earthquake into this. Be kind of weird. I almost want this. I think I want this damage though before I switch. Okay. So 145. I can almost terrify. Surely I don't terrify her. It might be. I still get 2 KO'd no matter what if I do that. Swat's not a great switch in. I'm trying to think about. So a little bit over 2. Am I faster? Yeah, I was about to say. I think I'm still faster here. I should live that pretty easily. Okay, and they get a double Citrus Berry, which is honestly fine. Thankfully they didn't go for the double on that. The Dragon Dance, the double Dragon Dance is what I mean by that. Don't be Effect Spore when I turn Bug, please. Okay, thank you. That'd be so random. I think Tropius has got to be good. Yeah, no, not their Tropius. Mine. I mean, surely they have Sludge Bomb, right? So I go Tropius. Hopefully I don't get poisoned on the first try. I'm not going to go for a substitute right away. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the air slash. Have a chance to flinch. Hopefully I don't get poisoned. I do. Okay. Things happen. We'll get over it. I misplayed earlier, so I can't complain too much. gonna leech seed this. Okay, there's my citrus. Going for protect once here. I'd be in such a good position if that poison didn't come through, but yeah. Pretty obvious that they're going to toxic spike there, but I mean, I have Swallow, so I don't care. The discharge is doing 44, so it is worth to go for a substitute. Yeah, I'll go for the sub. And then here, I'm actually just gonna air slash. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I was not ready for Hypno. My Masquerade is starting to look pretty great. I think I want to go Swallow at once. This gives me enough chip to knock out with my Masquerade's knockoff. Which I really like that. As they are looking incredibly weak to my knockoff now. Now, how do I want to finish this interaction? I think I'm just gonna continue knockoff. Yeah, they try to catch me doing something silly. I did not go for it. I was kind of thinking about doing it, but I value that Masquerade too much in the end game here. Okay, so they have mismatch. Okay, so that's pretty great. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for knockoff. I was contemplating a Terra there. I think I actually would have. It was not a guaranteed live. Okay, so I see Life Orb. I see Life Orb. And I think I'm gonna go to Meowscarada and go for a U-turn. Because if they're Terra Fairy, they'll go for it. Okay. So I get to go Wish Cash. I think my Wish Cash is faster than Miss Magius at +1. And I'm definitely faster than this at +1. So I low-key think this is always the play. Yeah, 234. Yeah, so I'm definitely faster. Now all I have to do is hit a Stone Edge, and we're good. They could Terra Ground or Earthquake. They still shouldn't be able to knock me. Maybe with the Life Orb they'd be able to knock me out. Yeah, maybe with my Life Orb they can knock me out here. Let's see. No, they're not. Okay. So I can just go for a Liquidation as my last move. The other, I could switch to Masquerada. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, that damage is very good, I think. Flower Trick is doing so much to Miss Magius, but I don't think it's enough. I think I still have to go for knockoff. I mean, yeah, obviously. So I think actually, this is kind of crazy, but I think Triple Axle is my play, unfortunately. Triple Axle has a chance to kill all of these mons. The only part is I have to hit 3 on this Miss Magius right now, and I don't even hit 1. Okay. I think I could have set myself up better there. The Terra, I'm not sure. Yeah, I knew that they were gonna Terra with the Tropius, so maybe I just predicted there, to be honest. Is if I just switch into my Meowscarada on that turn, it's Earthquake or it's either Earthquake or Leaf Blade into my Mushcash. It's never gonna be dueling me, so it's kind of safe, and I get to scout for Terra for free. So I'm pretty sure that was correct there. Just didn't make the right play. Go for a Leech Seed first here. Perfect. I'm just gonna Moonblast this for sure. Do I have? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it to begin with. So we get Dio. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue pressing buttons. There's no real reason to not press the buttons here with the Whimsicott. I've already gotten so much value. Okay, yeah, that's insane value. Yeah, I mean, just actually insane value from the Whimsicott lead. It's crazy. I don't know why I guess their team can't handle a Whimsicott. I'm not sure. They had a Regirock. Still Leech Seeding it. Am I faster? I'm not faster. I mean, I'm gonna Encore, yeah. Even though I expected a switch there, I don't think I have to predict it. Now I can just freely knock a Aura, freely Moonblast again. I can Encore them into that recover. Yeah, so I'm going to squeeze. Okay, so I've learned their entire team just by sending out this Whimsicott. So I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I'm baffled. I'm actually baffled that this has resulted in they've shown me their entire team. And I have Terra. I got Terra, and it would be a crime if I could not win this game, to be honest. Going into Heracross, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm kind of taking a little bit too much damage. I think Urshifu is a fine play. It's kind of unguardable besides the Primarina. Which still, yeah, I mean, it still takes 37, is pretty wild. Just go right back into the Whimsicott. You can get Encored. Do they know that? Surely they know that, but at the same time, yeah, there's no point. The risk of them, the risk of them continuing is not worth me taking, like, what I took 40% on this Whimsicott that's already gotten so much value. There's just no point. Going right back to Urshifu. I am slower than the Primarina, but I'm getting consistent damage off on it, which is perfect. And then I do have this Dodrio for the end game. I'm thinking this Dodrio is going to clean up in the end game here. Okay, gets rid of my Choice Band. I don't think I care. Okay. I think I'm okay with going Whimsicott and yeah, just sacking it off there. Just letting that get sacked off. Does the Dodrio kill from this percentage? I actually do knock this out from this percentage. If they go into Regirock from there, my switch in is Swampert. And I think I'm totally okay with that. Yeah. They could Terra, which actually would be really bad, but they don't. Oh no, they can't Terra. I'm not worried about Terra because they Terra'd their Crawdon immediately. They Terra'd Crawdon immediately, so it's not a problem. I can get my rocks up here. This should not kill me. Yeah, it does not ever kill. Yeah, and it's in my best interest to knock this out on this turn. Yeah. Get a little bit of leftovers recovery. I have a torrent boosted flip turn for whatever that is worth. They go up to Dio. I'm thinking how I want to do. I think it's totally relevant to keep that as a sack. I'm just gonna click Poison Jab on this turn because this Deoxys cannot touch me at all. So I don't really see a great reason not to click this Poison Jab. Yeah. So that works out. And I think I'll just go ahead and sack Swampert here. The Dodrio is killing with Drill Run, which I like to see. Yeah, I love to see this killing with Drill Run. That's pretty awesome. I don't think I want to Terra quite yet, especially when I have Urshifu as a free switch in. So I'm just gonna Wicked Blow here on this one. Yeah, you can knock me off all you want. I'm gonna be clicking Wicked Blow because I can kill. I kill with a Wicked Blow into a Sucker Punch. So there's no reason for me to make the prediction on anymore after I got it one time. Should be good. Yeah. Okay, here comes Primarina. Do I need to save this as a sack? I don't think I do. I don't imagine that they are Calm Minding up on me here. Okay, that almost killed. Yeah, and I think it's just... Unfortunate thing, yeah, Drill Run could miss, so I'm thinking maybe it's better to go Altaria. Yeah, maybe going Altaria is better here. And I can go for a Brave Bird. Earthquake actually knocks them out 100% of the time, so I'll go for it. Yeah, I think if I Terra Ground on this Altaria... Okay. Okay, so I have to... I don't have to Dragon Dance, I guess. But I have no reason not to. Okay, so it's leftovers on that Grumpig. I think I'm just gonna Dragon Dance again. And I think I Terra Ground and Roost. Roost again. And then I Earthquake twice. Oh, get a crit. Either way, I just Earthquake twice. Even if they crit me, it's an run to kill me, and I should be in range to knock out this Regirock. Perfect. Sometimes you just get no answers. Gruntman 200, I am so sorry to say. I think you may have had an answer to that Whimsicott. That was not revealing your entire team. Yeah, it was definitely a bad matchup though. All good. So if this is Choice Band High Jump Kick, the best play is to protect every time here. Yeah, they go for U-turn. So I'm going for a Scald Burn on anything. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, if I get a burn on this, it's incredible. Nope, not in the cards. This could be like Bandit, right? Bandit does a lot. Feels like there's no, when I have it at Mucus, there's no reason to risk that, yeah. They could Terra on me. If they Terra on me, what's my play? And they're bulk up. If they're bulk up Terra, it's actually hard for me to deal with. Okay, so they don't go for that right away. Now that they've used close combat once, I think it's much less likely that they'll go for it again, or that they'll go for a Terra. I'm gonna go for a Sludge Bomb, attempting to get a poison on whatever comes in. Be great to get a poison on this, because I don't necessarily want to put it to sleep. Yeah. Now, what is this thing gonna do? If I just bring in my Torterra, I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good about just bringing in Torterra and Shell Smashing based on what they've shown me so far. I will be absolutely frying their team. Maybe they have a switch in. I'm not sure. But this guy is typically pretty strong. I mean, it's just a general good Pokemon. Also, this is one of my favorite Pokemon. Starters. I mean, like final evolution starters. In Gen 4, like actually playing through the game, this guy is definitely my favorite. Now, like Infernape is like a heavy hitter, definitely. He's definitely a heavy hitter. I'm tearing on this. But this guy just looks so cool. Like, this guy looks so cool. His vibe is so cool. Like, spamming Earthquake is so cool, especially now that he can use Bullet Seed with loaded dice. It's like so cool. Yeah, like a really, really cool bond to me. And I just think its vibes are a lot better than the other Pokemon. So surely this is like Specs Leaf Storm, right? It would be crazy if it wasn't. It would be literally crazy if, wow, okay. That was just not intelligent. I don't know what else to say about that. That was just super duper not intelligent. I mean, maybe, I guess I just didn't have another answer, right? So, well, fair enough, right? Weather Ball definitely smokes me. I kind of have to select a sack at this point. I feel like it's hard to give up Spiritomb when I know that Mienshao probably has high jump kick. So preventing it from spamming, that's great. Also, because kind of fulfills a similar role. I need to outspeed this, but I can't, so Palma doesn't do that. Yeah, Palma's good for some... I'm not sure, actually. I think I should have gotten... I didn't think about this well enough before switching Torterra out. Spiritomb should be able to live. Oh, Spiritomb has a chance to die. So Iron Hands also has a chance to die. Wow, I really should have switched out, not switched my Torterra there. I just assumed that they were specs because of how they brought it in. And I was wrong. I was like deeply wrong. So there are very few worlds where Iron Hands dies here. There are very few. Maybe we're living in one of them. We might be living in one of them. Yeah, I've seen it happen before. Okay, we're not living in that world today, which is great. That's awesome. So I think this might be clear cut. Just go Spiritomb. Dazzle does kind of a lot though. In terms of hands, yeah, hands also takes a lot. How about Vaporeon is not taking that much. But I will go Spiritomb. And I will Poltergeist immediately. Yeah, I'm immediately Poltergeisting. The Dazzle does quite a bit, but I should be able to, provided that I hit 2 Poltergeists, I should be able to take care of this guy. From there, so obviously Sun also in, so they can't just freely bring in that Sunflora. I am actually slower than Sunflora naturally, which I don't actually think that'll come up, but it is true. Okay, so I knocked that out clean. This Pokemon is not really touching me in a meaningful way. I think that Toxic might be the right play here. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe they would go for that. That makes... Oh, right, I have Infiltrator. Which I planned the entire time. Don't worry about it. I never forget anything. Right, they also... Dude, I'm fucking tweaking. Okay, so I'm going for Vaporeon now. Okay, so I'm gonna let the timer run for a second here, because they know that I can go back to Spiritomb. I actually don't want my Spiritomb to get damaged, in reality. Alright, so now I'm gonna wish up, yeah. Gotta let that timer run out so they have time to think about it. Gotta, that's a professional move. We've been doing it since Pokemon Online. You gotta leave a like for that one. I mean, we've been doing it. We've been doing it a long time. If you know, you know, we've been doing that a long time. It's just one of those classic moves that you go for. Always protect on this Mienshao here. Always protect. Okay, so it's immediate, immediate U-turn. I'm okay with Calm Minding on that then. I'm okay with a Calm Mind. Yeah, here comes Sunflora. Here we are to do this dance again. Okay, so I'm gonna play the game where I stall out the Sun. Because I will now be able to live a Solar Beam, given that they're not growth. I hope they don't have growth. I don't think they can have growth. Okay, so I'll be able to live that. Scald, Protect, Die. So my play is to Scald, Protect, and Die. Protect. I'm hoping that they just knock me out here. Yeah, just go ahead and knock me out. Great. They still have their Terra on their side. Shouldn't matter on Sunflora right now. My close combat is a 100% knockout. Which I like that. Also, Ice Punch is a knockout. Which one is better? Into the Chimecho, or Chimecho. I'll just go close combat. Yeah, the idea of that Mian Shao coming in for free was not, I did not like that. So I'm not exactly sure what their play is here. It seems I might not need Torterra for the rest of this game, so I'm okay with going into Torterra. And it was high jump kick. I really wanted to go Spiritomb, but it just wasn't in the cards for me on that turn. I can freely go Spiritomb this turn. And a Poltergeist is fine with me. If they stay in, they knock themselves out. Yeah, and that's fine with me. If Sunflora comes in, they should not be able to 2-hit KO me, and if they set up the Sun, they cannot 1-hit KO me. So all I really need to do here is hit 2 Poltergeists, which is, okay, so actually I only need to hit 1 because I can foul play the next one, and or they die to this Life Orb. Them dying to the Life Orb. How do I want to handle this? How would I like to handle this? I think I want to go Palmot. And despite giving up the Revival Blessing, it sets up for this situation, which I like this better. Because Spiritomb is my best matchup into this. I have a chance to knock out on this. Okay, I do not have a chance to knock out on that. Okay, so it being stored power makes this a little bit more difficult. I have to go hands immediately though. Okay, maybe that was a bit of a misplay on me. I have a chance to die to this, but I don't, and knock it out. With a crit. Okay, I super did not play that in game correctly. I thought they were Calm Mind for sure on the Chimecho. I was not really aware that they could be Cosmic Power, so I, just completely misplayed that. So, take that for what you will. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you get lucky, and even though you're bad, you win. Happens. Here, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. Tropius is pretty good to go into because I don't particularly mind it being paralyzed. And I can Air Slash. I'm almost certain that they glare here, so I don't really want to set up a sub. Maybe I do. Maybe I do set up a sub. I think I kind of expect they could actually just switch, so I think sub makes the turn better for me. There's no real reason not to substitute. If they glare and miss, the substitute's also better, so I think just overall substitute's a better play here. It just covers more, yeah, so now they can't glare me, which is great. On this turn. Okay, and I also get to scout for the Terrifier. Okay. I might even just sack this at this point. I have a chance to live. But honestly, I'm kind of out. Yeah, they're going for the Leaf Storm there. From here, I think I will just go for a double protect. Okay, and die. So my Grumpig is doing not enough damage, but enough damage to take the trade at least. So we'll go Grumpig, and we'll make it out defeating Superior. Taking Terra, defeating Superior by giving up Grumpig's health and... Okay. But we have Terra still, which is great. So you can kind of, you can hear the cope in my voice. I do have the Titan, which is looking to be good. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Wave Crash is a 100% guaranteed knockout. Yeah, Serp comes in. I'm going Grumpig. Get a great miss there. Get a great miss there. Bound to happen, but unfortunate for my opponent still. Okay, here comes the Espeon. Very difficult to deal with for me. Why is this, if this Titan set was real, I think I could win this game pretty easily, but it's a fake ass set. I kind of want to go Samurai and then sack Grumpig, just to get more damage off on them. I'm okay with taking 22%. Oh, they got a crit. Dang, they got the crit. That was not enough to kill me, but that's okay. So that did not actually set up for our Basculin to knock it out unless we Terra Water it. So Titan takes most hits pretty well and KOs back with a Crash. However, I feel okay. So even a Terra on my Basculin is not enough to knock this out. So I'm gonna go Titan. My Crash connects, perfect. Okay, Stone Shorner. I can see myself needing this priority. Would they heat crash into this Titan? Surely they wouldn't, right? Surely they wouldn't heat crash into this. If they do, I'll eat my shorts kind of thing. Okay, they got a crit anyway, which is real bad because now they have a chance to knock me out. Yeah, that's just like so unfortunate. That's the absolute maximum roll. The roll was 47 to 56. Yeah, so crit into max roll really is not ideal at all. I should be able to go Sama. I cannot go Sam. I can't go anything. I have no play. I have literally no play. They have to miss, which is super duper unfortunate. Sucker does not put them in range of Aqua Jet. So I just need them to miss the Stone Edge, yeah. I unfortunately just need that to happen. We'll see if we can get it. flip turn into ice shard enough? 10. No. So it has to be wave crash. Okay. So it's a Titan. My ice shard is definitely not enough to knock them out. Earthquake. And I guess hopefully the rest of what they have can't deal with me randomly. Maybe they'll choke. Okay, yeah. That, yeah, just really unfortunate against that Stone Corner. The crit into max roll is just not ideal there. Not ideal. Let's get one more, because that was a little bit frustrating. Hopefully we can get boosted back up. One more. Do I want to just use this immediately? I don't think so. And I would go fire move immediately, I think, is kind of what, but if it's fire blast, I wouldn't. I would go shadow ball for sure. So I'm just gonna immediately go Iron Hands. Okay, so they show me their Snorlax immediately. I'm gonna see what their initial switch into Iron Hands is. It could be a ground type, and in which case Volt Switch is a bad play, but okay, so we immediately get that Volt Switch off pretty great. I really like this Pokemon here. Actually, I mean, not really, because I don't know anything about their team, but just stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. I just like it. I think I can go Ludicolo. I think Ludicolo is fine. And I can click Hydro. Yeah, they're gonna go for the Fire Blast. I'm gonna go for that. Okay. That was shaping up to be a tough turn. That was really shaping up to be a tough turn. Worked out, thankfully. And we have an Arceus Steel, which kind of walls this. It's not faster though, is kind of the issue with that. We're gonna go into it anyway. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna start with a Judgment here. Okay, they go for a knockoff, which is crazy. Alright. There's Houndoom. I mean, it's fire move always. I'm just gonna go hands. So it's still fire move, right? They showed me Chandelure as a switch into this, so I'm Drain Punching. That's actually super duper 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 unfortunate. I almost would rather, I think I would rather my Ludicolo be dead than that be dead. And I will go for Bullet Seed immediately. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with taking that damage rather than my Iron Hands being low. Seviper comes out. Actually, a very annoying Pokemon. I feel like on this channel, Seviper and Arbok have rolled me more times than they haven't rolled me, to be honest. Look at the stand. The Skunk Shot is killing my entire team. It's just in crazy work. It's just incredible from this guy. And Flamethrower is destroying Arceus. Earthquake is destroying Arceus. Like, it's just this guy. My Tail Slap is doing a lot of damage. Am I okay with that? I think I'm okay with that. Okay, it's Scarf, we find out. Tail Slap misses. Okay. From there we can go Iron Hands. Hopefully we don't get burned. But that is obviously Scarf. We're gonna go for Drain Punch. Get some health back. And we're gonna go Arceus. We're gonna Calm Mind with Arceus. After that Calm Mind, we're gonna go for a Judgment. So they shouldn't have anything. They shouldn't have anything that can hurt me. I'm gonna Calm Mind up again. If it's Flamethrower, that should not be hurting me. Yeah. Get another Calm Mind. Recover. Recover again. Case for crits. Okay. So I would rather get spored and take this damage. I can also just stay in. Whoa. Okay, they have close combat. Okay. If I get the Terra Ghost off, I win. Which is pretty great. Yeah, if this works out, I win. Okay. I have to judgment here because I'm expecting them to spore here. Yeah. So yeah, and they'll just knock me out with this. That's okay. I'm okay with sacking that. Gunk Shot is just so strong. It's so strong. I think I overestimated how much that Terra was doing for me, to be honest. I definitely did. So Iron Hands lives this. Is that worth? I don't think so. I'd rather keep that around. I think Ampharos is the most expendable member here. And it's also faster than Brute Bonnet, which is important. So I will be faster after an agility, so I'm gonna go for that. My Thunderbolt kills them. Okay, so they don't tear. I was worried they were gonna tear ground. Is mostly what I was worried about there. I can dazzle here. It's fine. Them getting paralyzed is incredible. I don't know if I'm okay with Iron Hands getting... I think I want to go Braviary. And I'm going for Heat Wave. And then my Psychic is just doing too much damage into Snorlax for them to not care. So I'm just going to Psychic this continuously. I have chances to get drops every time. Okay, but they're still not faster than me. They just have a chance to give me paralysis. Cool. So there we go. 1800, pretty great. Nice that we got there. Took a couple losses, but not too bad. Couple losses I could have avoided though for sure. And then I'm gonna have to lock in going forward to climb higher. I think I'm gonna find myself stuck in the like 19 to 2000 range if I can't lock in those some of those end games. Even this one was a little bit rough, like where I'm just going for that Terra Ghost on the Arceus, which I really didn't need to do. I think I could have just let that go, come in with the Braviary and taken care of the game from there. But instead I went for that, which I maybe it was fine, but I don't think it was particularly great. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I'm thinking about. I've started to use some of like my damage dealers early, which I'm starting to like that strategy a little more. It at least like forces them to reveal team, which is pretty cool. Like early in this game where I volt switch with the Iron Hands and they go back to the Chandelier, just shows me that they don't have a good switch into that, so I want to keep that around, right? So like keeping that in mind in my games going forward is something that I want to continue to do and continue to try to be locked in some of these games. Thanks for watching if anyone is here, and yeah, I hope you guys are all enjoying this journey to the top, and aim to be a champion. Pokemon MD, go buy his merch, please. It's the year to aim to be a champ. So yeah, have a great day, night, sleep, whatever you're about to go into. Make it great. Thanks.